Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Johnson Chacha and this is Let's Talk Art. Today I would like to talk about the most expensive painting sold at Art Basel in Miami Beach 2024. So I have a video that I want to play for you, but first of all, I tried to do a little research on the paintings sold. I saw some prices, but the paintings were not available, and there are some paintings that were available, but some of the names that were given, you're not sure which of the painting it is, because sometimes when you try to find out which painting it is, you get to see like two or more paintings and you can't figure out. So in order not to give false information, I stumbled on a video that I'm about to play for you, and this video has everything. So without wasting much of your time, I'm just going to go straight into the video.
Top-tier collectors at 11 a.m. on December 4th, drawing to the fair top-tier collectors like Financier.
Okay, so I'm going to forward this. I'm going to skip this.
This is and Standout. One of the standout pieces of the VIP days was Picasso's striking black and white painting, Couple with Cup, from 1969, depicting.
So one of the issues I have is the fact that some of these paintings that sell for these top prices are centuries ago, are paintings of centuries ago. They're paintings of dead artists, and I'm an artist, and it's quite painful to see paintings of people who. I understand that demand and supply has a lot to do with this high sale value of some of these paintings, but I mean, there are living artists like myself who are waiting for the day that somebody will pay a ridiculous amount of money like this for our pieces. Let's keep going.
Intertwined lovers and a martini glass. With a price tag of $30 million, it was the most expensive artwork at the expansive Miami Beach Convention Center,
30 million.
where 286 galleries from 38 countries showcased their works for the 22nd edition of the largest contemporary art fair.
So the most expensive painting sold at Basel 2024 in Miami Beach was a painting by Picasso, a dead artist. So that's a painting on the left. Is a painting by Jordan Castell, I think. Yeah, I'm so sure. I recognize that painting.
Here in the U.S. Hauser & Wirth's $4.75 million sale of David Hammond's Untitled from 2014 led the slate of reported transactions from Art Basel Miami Beach's VIP preview.
Now, these are some of the paintings that sell for these ridiculous prices. And sometimes when you look at them, you get to wonder, well, art is art. I don't want to say anything that will make the art community come at me right now. So let's continue.
The sale is a far lower price than the leading sale reported at last year's Art Basel Miami Beach VIP days, a $20 million Philip Guston painting, also sold by Hauser & Wirth. As well as the $4.75 million Hammond's work, Hauser & Wirth's notable sales included George Condo's Female Portrait Abstraction for $2.5 million. And
now you can, I think, in this George Condo also sold a painting during Art Basel in Switzerland. Yeah, I think he sold one painting for, I think, in millions, I think. And here he's selling another for 2.5. And I mean, take a look at the piece. I mean, I'm not saying this is not wonderful. This is, of course. But then, to an extent, sometimes you see a lot of people talking about the reasons why some of these paintings sell for this ridiculous price. Sometimes it might not really be for the love of art. It might also be that it's just a way to launder money. So you never can tell.
Ed Clark's Untitled from 1986 for $1.4 million. David Swerner's sales were led by a Yayoi Kusama painting for $3.5 million and a painting by Noah Davis for $2 million. Thaddeus Ropak's top sales included a Art Basel sculpture for 2.5 million euros, Robert Rauschenberg's Everglade Borealis from 1990 for $2.3 million, a $1.1 million Sturtevant from 1967, and a $650,000 Robert Longo piece.
Now this painting is $650,000, and this painting is a study of ripped flags, and this is 2024, okay? And it sold for $650,000 by Robert Longo, right? I hope I'm correct.
Over at White Cube, top reported sales included Dave
White Cube is one of the galleries that I really want to work with, and I can't wait for the day that I'll get an invitation to White Cube.
Hammond's Rockhead from 2000 for $2.35 million, and a Christine I. Joe's Mischievous Player from 2016 for $1.15 million. Stone Gallery sold a historic large-scale Keith Haring painting for $2 million.
You can imagine this painting on glass selling for 2.2 million US dollar. That's a lot of money for a painting on a glass.
From 1984 features an array of Haring's iconic figures painted in white acrylic on glass. Gladstone also quickly sold Bahenchi
Don't tell me this was sold.
Sculpture Nyoka from 2022 for $750,000. The artwork features a reptile coiled in a basket, an image loaded with symbolic meanings ranging from...
So why the hell would I want to keep something like this in my own house? Don't I want to move around my house freely at night? Of course I want, please. Not this. But this is beautiful though.
Charming to the serpent in the Bible. Throughout her career, the American artist Suzanne Jackson has consistently related blackness to the natural world. Her early painting, Triptych for Stephen from 1974, melds motifs from nature, such as birds, flowers, trees, and roots, with the profiles of human faces with dark skin. The work, which was made with diluted acrylics to create an aqueous watercolor-like effect on canvas, was sold by American gallery Ortizar for $1.5 million.
Wow.
At Pace's booth, a painting on linen from the 1990s by Aboriginal...
Pace is also another gallery I really love to work with.
Artist Emily Camp-Kangwari, who frequently drew inspiration...
Also, Emily Camp is here again. So during the Art Basel in Basel, Switzerland, she sold a painting for around 500,000 US dollar, I think, and her name is here again. I think her works are really sought after by art collectors.
From the wildlife and traditions of her native landscape in Australia's Western Desert was acquired for $450,000. The entitled 1992 work comprises pink, ochre, and rust red dots applied in a way that resemble ollie, an Aboriginal ceremonial practice that includes daubing women's bodies with oil and organic pigments. With a dark sense of maximalism meets fantasy, the late Swiss artist H.R. Giger is perhaps most well known as the creator of the monster in Ridley Scott's film Alien.
This looks like Venom from the Avengers, or Marvel Studio rather. But I don't know.
In recent years, however, his menacing body of work has gained renewed attention, specifically due to his blurring of the lines between life and death, man and machine. The black-painted aluminium sculpture, Necronym Alien 3, is a hybrid animal-machine posed on all fours in a way that it looks ready to pounce.
But this looks really good.
May 36 Gallery sold one of 6 editions of the sculpture to an American collector for
$1 million US dollar. 1 million.
Mega dealer Larry Gagosian said that collectors are taking their time, even as his gallery sold a large new piece by Maurizio Cattelan titled Meat, depicting flowers springing.
Are these bullet holes? Oh yeah, they are.
$850,000. Higher priced works remained unsold, including Gagosian's 10 million Warhol, The Silver, Ethel's Call from 1963, and Cattelan's 7-foot-tall middle
Well, I'm glad this one wasn't
carved
sold as well.
from white Carrara marble and priced at 2.2 million euros.
Well, it wasn't sold.
Other notable sales from Art Basel Miami Beach included Minur's sale of Liu Fan's Response for $1 million.
Liu Fan is here as well. She sold at her work. One of her works was sold for, I don't know the price, I'm going to put it up there. But one of her work was sold at Basel in Basel, and she's here as well.
Sale of an Anish Kapoor piece for £675,000. Xavier Hoofkant's sales were led by Nicholas Partey.
Nicholas Partey. Okay, so this mountain sold for $600,000. So during Fries and Soul 2024, one of his works sold for 2.5 million US dollar. I can't remember the name of that painting at this point, but he sold for 2.5 million US dollar, and here's another selling for 600,000 pounds. Sorry, $600,000. I think his works are well sorted after.
For approximately $600,000, and Quick Xiao Fei's Valley of Golden Sorrows for $360,000. Listen's gallery sales were led by Liu Fan's Response for $850,000.
Liu Fan again.
And Anish Kapoor's Cobalt Blue Tamipa 5 for £700,000. David Kordonsky gallery sales were led by Fred Everly's Untitled Cylindrical Lens for $600,000 and Rashid Johnson's God painting.
Rashid Johnson. This is one of the artists that I also love.
For $550,000. Casmin sales were led by Claude and Francois Xavier Lalanne's Centaure Moyenne for €695,000 and Francois Xavier Lalanne's Requiem Petit for €420,000. Large sculptures popped up at most big booths. Victoria Miro had a Kusama pumpkin from 2015, priced at $5.5 million. Paulo Cooper
wasn't
brought a
sold.
towering $950,000 Mark di Suvero swing. Gallery Nara Rosler sold Julio Leparc's dazzling mobile made of cascading gold plates for €375,000.
It looks like a chandelier.
Aside from the top sales, some of the standout booths that captured the public's attention at the fair included the ever-playful Templon Gallery, which highlighted themes of horsemanship and masculinity in a vibrant presentation. American artist Will Cotton's
I really love
The
this
Siren's
painting.
Offer portrays a mermaid enticing a cowboy.
The painting
Add
of the
another striking
mermaid
piece to this
and
portfolio of mythological and iconographic
the other one on the
explorations.
right.
Nearby, Dutch multimedia artist
Kinda Wiley.
Robin Kidd draws on familiar American imagery. In his work, We Too Have a Job to Do, Searching for America, a striking wall piece combining oil on canvas, stainless steel,
I really
and
love this
aluminum,
painting.
spanning roughly 9 by 10 feet. The presentation also featured distinctive sculptural explorations of the human form from artists like Cain de
Cain de
Wiley,
Wiley.
Eric Fishley, and Ivan Navarro. Proyectos Monclova brings a dynamic slice.
And that brings us to the end of the most expensive painting sold at Art Basel in Miami Beach 2024. Art Basel in Miami 2024 actually did better than Art Basel in Basel 2024, which means that there's a rise in the demand of artworks. And because during Art Basel in Basel, the highest painting sold was for 20 million US dollar, and it was a painting by Joan Michel, Sunflower. And this year was a painting by what's his name again? Sorry, hold on. Let me look for his name. Pablo Picasso, and it sold for 30 million US dollar. And that shows that and then more paintings sold during Art Basel in Miami. So it means that there's a rise in the demands of artworks, and this is good news for artists. My name is Johnson Chada, and this brings us to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next video.